Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, ScooterATVSales.com, SAS, Scooter City ATV outlet. We have a customer's ATV 110D. It's an older model from Tao on our lift. We're going to do some service on the rear end. The rear wheels need to be removed, and that has to be done from time to time. And we're going to remove the cotter pins, as you see, and also the castle nut there. And we're going to have to re-grease on the splines. So we're going to remove both wheels. That's Adam. He's our lead tech here at Scooter ATV Sales, Scooter City ATV outlet. So he removes the dust caps first, and we're going to remove the right rear wheel right now. Do a little inspection and then grease the spline on there. Again, this is an older model. Tao no longer, they discontinued this model. It's the 110 cc ATV. Again, you got to remove the cotter pins. All the wheels have cotter pins on them for extra additional safety to lock the wheels on. And then we have a castle nut that will be removed. We have a washer as well. And we remove the wheel, and as you can see on the spline here, now the splines have to be greased at all times. So we'll have some customers, a lot of customers that will order these online, they will never grease the splines. But you have to grease the spline for longevity and also for a smooth transition, and also having the wheel itself placed properly on there. So we just use an all-purpose grease. As you can see here in his hand, raise it up there, Adam. It is an all-purpose, multi-purpose, complex grease. Got to grease the splines. And we put the wheel back on. Again, it slides on there super smooth. And we put a fresh cotter pin on there as well. So you always want to put a new cotter pin. Once you remove that old cotter pin, you always want to place a brand new cotter pin back on there, then bend them back. Keep that castle nut there positioned properly, and then you trim it down a little bit, bend it back. Okay, so you have to always do that on both wheels. And that should be checked, not frequently, but I would say depending how hard you use your vehicle, your cotter pins should be checked and hubs should be checked for any looseness. Again, this one's quite dry, as you can see. This needs to be re-greased as well. It just helps with the hub being mounted on there properly, as well as wear on the spline as well. Put that wheel back on. Then he's going to place the cotter pin, castle nut, washer, castle nut, and a brand new cotter pin in there after he tightens that up. tightens it up. Placing the cotter pin. Now keep in mind the front control arms and hub does not have splines. So only the rear wheels of the ATVs on the Taos do have the splines. You trim out the cotter pin so you can put the safety caps, dust caps back on. All right, and before he puts the dust caps on, Adam's going to point out the chain does need to be adjusted from time to time, and he will point out right now the nuts that you do have to loosen up. So go ahead, Adam.
So you got to loosen up these two across the top first, and then these two, which I don't know if you guys can see it, right here. And then you take these off, let it go loose. If it's already got a nut behind the chain adjuster, remove the nut from the chain adjuster behind it, and then you got to put it back on. Now you gently tighten up the rear and then put one nut back on the adjuster sides, and then slowly tighten it up, and then that'll give you where you need to be. It has to be at like a 1/2 inch play at all times. So which is, this one's good.
Okay, so that'll wrap it up. So